Hello everyone, it is Schmidt from VigorCheck here, and Monster Hunter Wilds is officially 2 weeks away, and I think it's about time we go through 5 reasons why you guys should pre-order if you haven't already. This is not sponsored. And 5 reasons why you should be absolutely excited for this Monster Hunter game. Now, I just want to get out of the way. There are more than 5 reasons to be hyped about Wilds. If you've played the beta, you should know this. God, it's such a good game. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this. But without any more chatting away on the intro, let's get into our first reason you should be hyped about Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, the first reason I think you should be absolutely hyped about this game is we have an open world Monster Hunter. Now, when we think open world, it's not true open world, I guess. Not like your Skyrims, your Witchers, that kind of thing. But it is as open world as a Monster Hunter really could reasonably be with its zoning system. Now, I really like the fact we can travel between all the zones. Now, we only know about one zone traveling between the Windward Plains and the Scarlet Forest. I truly believe there are going to be more. I think all the areas are going to be interconnected, because I think just having 1 or 2 connected would feel really weird. So that kind of idea of having a seamless world you can travel and walk around between with your friends in an environment link is absolutely crazy. It's something I never thought I'd see in a Monster Hunter, going from loading into zones to with world, where you had kind of secluded areas with little areas in between, to these giant open maps. It's absolutely incredible, and I cannot be more excited for this. It's just insane. Moving on to our next change that I'm really excited about, the new monsters. I mean, the new monsters all look incredible. There are only a couple that I'm maybe not as excited for, Balahara being one of them. I'm sorry, I think it's a great design, I just think the fight's a little annoying, personally, but I still think it's a good monster. It's not like we got Duratodus again, Like, I don't see a bad monster in this roster. We've got Chatacabra, Chemetrice, Lalabarina, Hirabami, the apex is Nuudra, Raidao, Uthduna, and now Jin Dahad all look amazing, with Ajarakan and Rumpapolo in the Oil World Basin, and of course Arkveld. It all looks amazing, and if I've missed any new monsters, I apologise, but this is what I can remember, and yeah. Oh, Dashagama, of course. He's pretty damn cool too. So, I just couldn't be more excited for these monsters. They've really knocked it out of the park with a really literal wild approach to the way they look. They all look a lot more gritty than we're used to seeing, and I think that's purposeful for the Forbidden Lands and an untamed world. I think it looks awesome. We've got some really strange designs and some new monster types like cephalopods with Nuudra. I truly believe there may be another cephalopod, maybe 2. They don't tend to use one skeleton once, unless they're planning to add one for the DLC. I would be very excited to see what comes around. Let's talk about our next change, which is skill changes. This has been needed. Decoration and skill systems have been desperately needed to be reworked, and I'm really excited the way they've done it. Because of the new 2-weapon system, offensive skills are now linked to their weapons, and the normal skills, or just passive skills that you'd expect for general use, are across your armor. So that way, you're not gonna feel like you have to compromise between two, like an armor set based around 2 specific weapons. You can use the same armor set, and your weapons will still function as separate builds because they'll have their own skills and their own decoration slots, obviously. Now, it also looks like we can craft base decorations, not mixed decorations, but base decorations are craftable, which I think is really important. The decoration grind in World is something that killed it off a little bit for me. I did love World, don't get me wrong, but farming Teostra back to back was just not fun for me. And I'm hoping we get more quests that give us that availability. It looks like, from what we've seen in some previews, there are investigation rewards that are decorations, specific decorations, meaning that maybe we can go out and hunt specific monsters for specific decorations, which I think would be perfect, because then we know what we're going for. There's no pure RNG in it, which I would really like, and I hope that's the way they go, but we just have to see. Now, our fourth reason is weapon reworks. God damn, if you played the beta, you know most of the weapons feel amazing, and we know they've had some improvements since. Insect Glaive, I'm looking at you, you were an absolute stinker in the beta. The idea behind it is cool, but without the bounce and the aerial moves, it just felt weird. Now we know we've got a crazy aerial buff, and we got the Volt Dance back, as well as an offset attack. I think Insect Glaive's going to go hard. Longsword got some flashy new moves, plus a ton of utility. Probably didn't really need it, if I'm being honest. Lance got a lot more mobility. Gun Lance got actual flow for its combat, which feels incredible. Greatsword got a nice offset attack. We have Charge Blade that has a new flow to it, which I personally really like. Some Charge Blade people don't like it. I'm a big fan of it. I really like what they did with Switch Axe, and now it's received some buffs and hyper armor in the full game. I'm excited to see that. We have Sword and Shield, which, my god, I've never enjoyed Sword and Shield, but in the beta I've been absolutely loving the movement of the Sword and Shield and the flow between the combos. It just feels so fun. Dual Blades, while feeling weak in the beta, were very flashy and cool and enjoyable to play. And honestly, the bow guns even feel cool. And let's not forget to mention that amazing focus attack from the bow plus the tracer shots. There's no weapon right now in Wilds that I don't like. Even Hunting Horn, which I've never really played much of, I enjoyed playing in the beta. I don't think there's one weapon where I'm like, yeah, I will never use that. I might use every single weapon at some point. And that's good, because I make content, and you guys probably want to see a lot of different weapons. So, yeah, hats off to the team for making a set of weapons that are just incredibly enjoyable to use. Moving on to our final reason. Man, it's just more Monster Hunter. I mean, what can we ask for, right? You know, we couldn't ask for more than that. It's just more Monster Hunter, and as a Monster Hunter fan, that's all we want. We want new monsters, we want returning monsters, and I'm gonna drop a little thing in here. I truly believe that Lagiacrus is either going to be in the game, or he will come to the game at some point, and the reason I believe that is because they wanted him in World. The developers know, and they've mentioned that they want him back, really want him back. They know the fan base really want him back, and the only reason they didn't have him back is they couldn't get the Leviathan skeleton working. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, we have a lot of Leviathans working in this game, and also, if they can get New Udra working with those tentacles, are you telling me they can't get Lagiacrus working? Come on now. I think he's going to show up, whether he's in the game now or he's not. I mean, I'm kind of getting worried he's not at this point, because we haven't seen him. You never know, they tend to hide some monsters, but we'll see. But he could be there, and if he's not, then, you know, he'll be in a DLC for sure. But, other than that, yeah, it's just more Monster Hunter, more locales, more monsters, more weapons to farm, and another probably 2 to 3 years of content, and that is what we want as Monster Hunter fans. But, anyway, if you guys can think of some more reasons to be hyped about this game, I could go on all day. But I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to go on for too long. Let's just go and play the game when it drops. I am so excited, and I hope you are too. Go pre-order if you haven't, because Capcom deserve this. They really do. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, ring that bell, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you later. In a bit.